Hey guys, Dino here with part 8 of the shitstorm that is Dead Space 2. So, as you can see, I swapped out my suit. I can't actually remember what this one does. I think it's,
Ellie, I ran into a snag. It looks like the docking pod that runs to the solar array is floating at the bottom of the shaft.
That figures.
Don't worry, I can fix this. I'm heading outside to have a look.
I think it's extra stasis, extra weapon damage on something. I don't know. But you get to keep the armor and inventory slots from upgrading to a newer armor, regardless of which armor you choose, if that makes any sense. They all have their own little special perks and abilities, but they all don't necessarily have the same armor and inventory. So if you buy a piece of armor that has more armor or inventory and then go back to one that has the perks you like, you get to keep that old armor and inventory. So this stuff here is pretty simple. You're just shooting those big red dildos, and then they rocket off and problem solved.
Ellie, I've got the elevator repaired. I'm heading up to the array. How's Strauss doing?
How do you think he's doing? Can you hear this shit?
He's hallucinating, Ellie. It's part of the sickness.
This is going to be trouble.
It already is. Just keep moving.
Just trying to get a feel for my buttons. So on the way up here, you're going to get attacked by a whole bunch of guys coming from all angles. The first time I did this, I actually died. Not because of them attacking me, but I guess if you have maybe too many of them on here at one time, it brings it down. I thought I was doing a good job of killing him, but it ended up falling, I guess. So switching over to this gun, and I'm definitely going to waste a metric shit ton of ammo here. So if I had known it was going to start ramping up in difficulty the way that it is, I definitely wouldn't have done this. So this is one way to do it, but definitely not the most conservative method. So, as long as you stand right there in the center, I don't think any of them can touch you, at least not easily. Definitely the easiest way to just sit there in the center, turn in circles, and smash them. So the other way that I was doing it, exploding them, I'm not sure if I was getting ammo and armor and all that good stuff from that. But it's definitely the easiest way to do it. Be careful coming out here too. I definitely died the first time coming out here as well. for a similar reason. I almost died in the last clip. One of those exploding buckets of pus just jumped up and bit me, and you know, I was sprinting and it just hopped out and grabbed me, and there was nothing I could do. So, like I said, they're kind of annoying. Yeah, that might have been the one from last time, who knows. They're kind of annoying, so just go slow if you think they're in the area. I didn't know why. I felt like I was drilling it and nothing was happening. So just making the usual rounds, making sure I have everything. Like I said, right now, I did not know it at the time, but right now is when things are really starting to ramp up in difficulty. You start getting those darker enemies, and they take a lot more hits and deal out a lot more damage. So that computer thing is telling you that you need proper ID, which means you need to go grab this jerk-off's body in the room behind me. I can hear another one of those things up top somewhere, but I don't know where it... Oh, there it is. Little life kit there in the corner, definitely disguised. I'm not sure if you can actually destroy this guy's body or not. I didn't actually check. So this next section's a little funky. These lights are coming on and off. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. And then I think you start bumping into some of those guys that hide out and will eventually charge you. Yeah, all those lights are definitely disorienting, but... Ooh. So here's another great example of just be careful when you're sprinting all over. Just easy to kill yourself with the way this game spawns in objects sometimes. So right now I know that I need to go up that ladder, so I just want to check this room out first. not even really sure what I'm doing this for, but it's here, so why not?
Attention, Watchman Howard Phillips. Unauthorized engagement of access lift detected. Please respond.
So I think I heard something else out here, but... Oh, so something just came up from the floorboard underneath me. So I can see a couple of them running at me right there. Came up top, thought I was being pretty clever. Not so much. So this is one of those new enemies. I think you have to shoot them in their chest, I later found out. I didn't notice it there, but I shot that guy in his chest one time and he went down. So I left this in. Wanted to show you the next gun I'm deciding to upgrade, which is the Force gun. And the reason I'm upgrading it is because I know there's actually more or less one or two scenarios later on where you need some heavy AoE damage. And as far as I know, it's the best way right there to best way to inflict mad AoE damage without minimizing risk to yourself. So a couple other guns you can get some pretty good damage, but you'll screw yourself up and everyone else in the area too, so it doesn't really do you much good. And with that Force gun, you can go around just spamming that. I think it's his primary attack. You don't have to worry about hurting yourself. So, there you go. Another great example of why not to sprint. You know, once again, just really not a big fan of that kind of stuff. It seems pretty silly. I don't know why that's not already visible for you to see and why it arms itself as you walk around the corner. Who knows? So now we're back in the same creepy room with those lights that are coming on and off. So like I said before, anytime that your oxygen, gravity, whatever that is, it's going out, it's real dangerous because the sound is muffled and really hard to tell what's going on right now. I can hear something running around. Yep, there it is. Unlike in the first game, your oxygen in this game it's not nearly as limited, I guess. My suit's also upgraded too, but even without any of the oxygen upgrades, I never felt like I was struggling to make it through an area before it ran out. I mean, you saw that I had 2 minutes left. That's a long time.
Unauthorized visitor. Mainframe. Initiating system lockdown. System lockdown complete.
So basically what happens is there's a control outside. It changes the route of the vent or whatever it is that I'm in right now. So you hop in here, do a real simple puzzle, go back out, change it, go to the other side, do the exact same puzzle,
Access to the computer
and you're good.
is a violation of Titan Station Civic Code. Replace all panels and back away from the fuse board.
So this puzzle's ridiculously easy to figure out, even if you don't use the instructions provided. But they are right over here. I'm looking at them right now. So you just match up the corresponding blocks into that pattern, and that's all you have to do. I mean, you could just as easily just mix and match them until they start lighting up green, and I think that's what I end up doing on the other side because it's actually faster. For anyone interested, I actually started playing a little bit of TF2 the other day. It's been a long time since I played that.
Authorized visitor. Mainframe.
So, coming up here, I'll probably start releasing some multiplayer footage
Mainframe's
of
electrical
myself
shield has been
playing some
deactivated.
TF2.
Proceed with caution.
It is a super heavy team-based game, which means you are much more effective if you have teammates that are coordinated with you, on the ball, know what you're doing. You know, if you run around as a heavy versus running around as a heavy with a dedicated healer, obviously you're going to be much more effective if you've got a buddy who's doing nothing but healing you.
Unauthorized visitor.
I'll
Mainframe.
probably talk a little bit about this later on with Bruce. You know, we'll get together and talk about why we enjoy the games that we do and some of the problems we have with a lot of the games that are out there right now. But TF2 is a super team-based game, like emphasis on the team, de-emphasis on the individual. So I will just do the best that I can because I do not have many friends that are playing that at the moment. Many of them are like-minded individuals and really could care less for it, to be honest.
Mainframe.
We're kind of in the... So this is the first black tar, whatever monster. So he took double or even triple the amount of shots that his paler brother would have taken. So anyway, they're just going to start appearing from what I understand from now on. I don't remember what I was saying. Something about TF2. Oh, the lull. Yes. So I think we're in a bit of a lull right now between games. The last COD came out about 6 months ago. A whole bunch of new games are coming out this year, and we're right in the middle of when they are just starting to come out. You have Brink, another first-person shooters, coming out here in a couple weeks. Both Battlefield 3 and the new COD are going to go head-to-head here in December. Mass Effect 3, if you guys haven't heard, just got pushed back. That's a bummer. Probably because Dragon Age 2 sucked my apple bag. So not only did I shoot that big tall guy down, but I ripped a piece of him off to shoot at the other guy. And
For your safety, step away from
And he still got back up. I think you need to shoot him in the chest, not only to save ammo, but it's the only surefire way to kill him. You can easily run up to all of these just hit with your fists. I was an idiot and did that.
Automated functions. Offline. Lockout. Offline. Station reverted. Manual.
So what's beginning to happen is that plasma gun, plasma rifle, whatever it is starting to be more and more useless. And you're going to start utilizing guns that are much, much stronger. That plasma cutter is extremely effective. That's a dead body. And the line gun is nice too, it's just it shoots so slow.
Ellie, I'm on my way to the mayor's
I don't
now.
know. We'll see what
Have to
happens.
realign them manually. Hal Strauss.
See for yourself.
No, I'm not ready for the needle again. You have to let me go. I can't breathe.
Strauss, what's wrong? Ellie!
So I think these little spider things, if you let them get together, I think they assemble into a tall guy that takes a whole lot of ammo to take him down, so better to shoot them when they're little. Unbeknownst to me at this time, I mean, I have used more. I was sort of just being sloppy. I have used more health packs in the last 15 minutes than I have been through the entire game up until this point. It's not a huge deal because I have credits for days as a result of the way we've been working our way through this. But now is the time when yeah, I got him. But now is definitely the time to conserve. Fucked him up. So, yeah, that was bonehead move. Now I'm pissed, so I figure I'm gonna try to couch this guy to death. It didn't work. Yeah, he attacked me, stomped his head off, stabbed him with his own tail, and apparently he was still alive. So this definitely changes things around for me. I'm super regretting the way I've gone through this. That is also a first. I did not know that they could invade the safe rooms. Sorry, you can hear Bruce in the background. Sometimes I'm on vent at the same time and I start picking up sound from that. I'll have to try to stop doing that in the future. But anyway, that was part 8, just about in chapter 8. I don't remember how many chapters there are left. Can't be a whole lot. So stay tuned, we're wrapping this up shortly.